welcome. Today's crafting corner with Chronically Happy. I am working on my beading. I finally got ready for the day. I don't know what time it is even. I know it's after 11. That's all I know. I slept like crap last night. Crafting corner chat, I should say. I slept like crap. And I kept waking up in so much pain. I twisted in bed last night where I popped my lower back in a twisting motion, and that's the worst way I can do it. I did not mean to. It's so hard to get out of bad habits and not turning like that in bed. And I don't have a chiropractor until Wednesday next week. So I have an entire 7 days to deal with this pain and how it's going to affect my body and its functioning. It's already not functioning well. I'm also right now making a lanyard for the dispensary. I am down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go. Really, I could go 6, and how this is all affecting me already. My digestion is shut off, and I look like I'm pregnant again. I know a lot of people would die for this body. A lot of people would be like, that's not anything. But for me, this is a lot. Like, my arch is too arched. I have too much of an arch in my back. And I'm carrying a lot of weight in my stomach right here. Like, really, if I'm slouching, which I have to slouch a lot, it just is pushing this, like, back cortisol belly. And it's all fat storage right here, and water retention and bloating because my gastrointestinal tract, my intestine, my small intestine, upper intestine, upper and lower intestine, sorry, I'm just exhausted. Brain fog. I'm also dealing with a pimple right here. I put a hot compress on my face to try and draw out the pus out of the clogged pore. So hopefully I can bring the clogging to the surface and have minimal damage to my face. But in the meantime, I tried to do the other side briefly just to warm it up and get it red to match, and it worked good for a minute. This is the earliest I've ever been ready for the day by brushing my teeth, doing sinus rinse, doing all my medications, picking up all my dog's toys from the night before. Like, usually this takes me like all day to do. So despite how shitty I felt sheety, I felt while I slept, I'm still pulling myself out of bed because I spent all day yesterday gaming and trying to like just not process my feelings for a day. It was too overwhelming. I got into a PTSD trigger earlier this week because of the VA. I still have some feelings to feel about it. I cry so hard all the time. It's draining though, and it's hard on my body to do that, so I have to let a little bit of it out here and there. And if it means I need to do crafting or distract myself and do things around the house to try and take my mind off my pain, so be it. I'm trying my best to rewire my brain to get it to the point where it's not stuck in these ruminating thoughts and sadness, because I'm already taking action. I already scheduled a new appointment with my primary. I talked to her tomorrow at 4 p.m. Vice the 20th or 23rd. I don't know. My dyslexia. There's appointments going on the 20th and the 23rd. I was just dealing with my calendar, writing down all of my appointments in the calendar. And I feel like I've been kind of in a haze this last week. I'm like, I don't remember making those appointments. I was so triggered. I was in survival mode. But I was doing what I needed to do, regardless of being in survival mode. I still managed to just spend a day just not thinking about it at all yesterday. I focused on my gaming and my goals, and that is one of the first steps to my coping behaviors that I do when I'm very, very triggered. I wish I could spend all day in bed again today. My body could use it too, but also at the same time, when I spend a whole day in bed like that, I'm really prone to going out because I'm so relaxed and I'm so, I have to try and get out of bed and move a little bit during the day yesterday. I haven't looked at my Fitbit in a while. I've been kind of just, I'm going to admit it, I've been a little bit depressed because just everything's been going not as good as I had hoped. It started off very promising though. It's just hard when you're let down over and over again. It shouldn't be that big of a deal to me, but the fact that it's happened so much is so disheartening. I'm gonna have my moment. I'm finally getting it out little by little. First things first, let's get my lanyard thing. I look pretty today. I don't want to mess it up with poofing up my face even more with the crying. This is the first day I've had skinny face in a little bit. So I'm trying to enjoy my pretty face by putting my lipstick on today. I know y'all may not notice difference from video to video, but I can assure you there's a difference between my fat and skinny face days. I know I'm beautiful regardless. It's just I don't like my symptoms. They're not pleasant to deal with. And then I'll have to look at myself when I do these videos. I'm like, it could be so much better. It could look so much better than it does now. But it does now, so I'm not complaining. I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. I really don't want to use these cheap plastic lanyard things. I just don't, as much as they would work, I think I'll use these ones for like lanyards I may make for festivals instead. Rave Undergrounds. I like the silver or the gold ones. I still have to take this little extra hook off. Then I got some of these skinnier metal ones, which I don't really care for these ones either. They just don't hook onto as much. But thank goodness I have bought so many things that come with these that now I can repurpose them for something else, for what I want. And that is... Alright, well, let me try and get this thing apart here. I never thought I would need so many freaking tools. And so many different connectors. I'm like, I'm just going to keep it simple and just do the cheapo plastic ones. Oh no, I couldn't stop there. Not with my ADHD and special interest of I want to do it and I want to go all in. And there's a certain thing that I haven't like committed to yet because it's going to take a lot of time, and I love coming up with my own ideas. I want to come up with my own original ideas and not have to copy pasta somebody else. But I know at some point it's going to be copy pasta, and I'm sure some of these videos are copy pasta for somebody else's with a chronic illness, like, I don't know. But I've been trying to like involve all of you guys and every day in every aspect of my life by showing my dash cams and what I think about to and from my doctor appointments. Anywhere between that and then what I'm thinking about when I'm at home and how I'm dealing with it and coping with all these disabilities. It's so flippin' hard. It's so flippin' hard. Like, I still need to take a shower for my day. My hair is greasy. It's nasty, dude. Like, I can't handle my hair when it's greasy like this. It just, I don't like it. It bothers me. But I'm all about transparency and showing what it's like to be disabled. Some days it's just not feasible for a shower at first thing in the morning as much as I need it. And if we had our hot tub still, I'm going to figure out a way to get that written off and having a hot tub here because I need it for medical purposes. Like, it is like so good for me to have a hot tub to be able to get into first thing in the morning, and then it loosens up all my joints and then the arthritis pain goes away. But in all honesty, just getting moving and getting out of my bed is like step number one. Like, if I can do that, I can help my arthritis and everything first thing in the morning, because I've got arthritis and the doctor says rheumatoid arthritis, but I still say it's lupus. I'm still gonna fight that till the day I die, probably. Like, mother trucker, I've got lupus, not just RA. Maybe I've got both, but you've got to acknowledge, yo. You gotta acknowledge I've got some lupus. I got freaking the signs of them. It's just I haven't allowed him to see those symptoms and signs yet because I've been avoiding his office because his office is a piece of crap and his staff sucks. And I don't get anywhere very flipping fast, and everything I do turn in doesn't get accomplished. So his PAs and his staff, I have absolutely zero faith in, except for, I guess, the guy that works the front desk. But he only responds via email. Like, get better communication. They used to have the best communication and, like, the best staff. They used to have such a good staff, yo. They used to have so much staff. But now they don't, and that's where it sucks. And that's why I've been like, he's the best freaking doctor. He's like the best doctor, but I'm about to give, I've given up on him. But I need to get a referral to a rheumatologist, but it's not my main focus right now. My main focus is getting this damn surgery. Once I get this surgery, then I will focus on all this other stuff, but like, I really just have to maintain these freaking authorizations through the VA right now, which I just took care of. I'm proud of myself. I did some stuff first thing this morning before I started doing something like this. I consider doing these YouTube videos like a pleasure, like it's more of a hobby. And it brings me joy to do. It makes me happy to do these videos. And so it's like, I have to reward myself with this kind of stuff. Like, it's a reward to game. It is a reward to do my beading, but it's also a little more pertinent for the beading versus gaming. And it's almost more like a job right now than a hobby, which makes me turned off to the idea because I'm like, I wanted to do this more for fun, and I do it when I'm inspired, and that is when I have the most fun with this. And I'm not that much inspired right now because I have to make too many things that are the same, and I don't have as much artistic freedom with it because of the size of the string I have to use. So I'm kind of restricted to what I can use because of the size of the hole and the size of the string. I just feel like this is just going to be way more durable than this thin string right here. Even though I like to double up this string to do projects, I hate that I have to tie them so much, and then also the risk of them coming untied, especially a thicker string like this. It really, I got my crafter's glue right here to try it out. I really hope that these last though. I need to take some of these. See, I got some new beads from my bestie in Minnesota. Thank you, Tammy. Which these are actually probably the perfect size for me to make something with a lanyard for right now. And so I'm going to go with this color theme. I think these are cool beads. I like them a lot. They're unique. I haven't seen anything like them in the stores. So they look a little vintage. I like that. So it's throwing in vintage with new. I'm excited for. So there's one of my inspirations right there. And that's what it takes. It's just finding one little thing and to be inspired by to move forward with one of my projects. So first thing is to attach the lanyard, and I do a double, I do the loop through there, and then I do the strings through to do one of those knots. That ensures that this end will definitely not come undone. It's the other end that I'm more worried about coming undone. But this is also so thick, it does not like to stay tied, very tight. And I haven't done this with the others, but I'm doing it to this one. I'm going to do an extra knot to try and keep that tight, to keep it from moving so much, because it likes to loosen up a lot. So maybe if I do a knot, maybe it will stay tighter and it won't loosen up. I should have been doing that all along. I think that's actually going to work really, really well. And then there's no chance of that sucker coming off. No, I didn't do it even. I hate it when one side is longer than the other. It's so off. Oh, it is what it is. So now it's just coming up with design and having the QR code towards the bottom. Sometimes I need to cut the tips of these to make them more narrow to be able to actually get them started to go through certain beads because of the holes of the beads. And it's so hard to cut too. You know what, my mom has something that might cut it. So I don't know, it's so small. I don't know how big the blade is. Alright, well that's just going to have to do. See, I kind of pointed it out a little bit, like a zip tie. It's kind of curved and skinnier at the end. And I'm doing with this one, hopefully I can get it longer, skinnier longer. There we go. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. See how much skinnier this one is on this side versus this side. Oop. There. Alrighty, let the fun times begin. What other beads shall I toss in? I have not used any of these ones yet, and these are more dull in color, but bright. I've got, no, those are, well, I don't know, maybe mixing in some bright with some freaking dull. I don't know how that would look. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we can see and try. I can redo them at any point if I don't like the direction it's going. Then I got my big solid black, white, gray, silver colors here. But I have to decide if I want to have a phrase on it. A lot of them I haven't had any phrases on. I got some of these bigger wooden ones, which I think, I don't know if it's going to be too big for this lanyard. Maybe it'll be just right. Let's do, ooh, this is a nice color. That would be, that kind of matches these right here. So I can continue the pattern on up. Let's go with that and see how that looks. So this is how you see how I work. This is how I get things going. Sometimes it takes me a minute to think about how I want to start. And then I put something nice up above that, and I think I will do this other one that matches, but nice swirls on it. I feel like it needs to have something big and then something small between that. Maybe another of the same one. Or maybe do a yellow. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know me. I don't know you. That's my purse. And then now I can do the split off and do the lanyard part, where it'll look like that in the end. Lanyard. I like that sufficient. I like that sufficiently. Let me try the yellow and see what that looks like though. I'm curious. Maybe I like the yellow better. I have a lighter and a darker yellow. It's alright. Let's try one of these yellows and see if I like this one. I have so many different choices here. And, you know, I just don't know until I try it. So I have that yellow. And then this one. Or I could go the other way around. I think maybe the other way around, honestly. Get in the hole. That one with the yellow. Oh no, I still like the big. I still like the big first. And that begs to differ. I can either go the yellow or the teal. Let's do the yellow with the other one first again. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think the yellow or the teal in place? I'm almost thinking the teal. I think I'm just going to go have like a overarching theme of the teal color. And then add some yellow in with it in other areas. Above it with some kind of yellows, some greens or teals or blues, and alright, there's those. Now this is the first time I've used these wood ones on these lanyards. And then I also thought, my nose is all tickly. Then I have my smaller beads. I haven't even tried doing a lanyard out yet, so I'm thinking about making my next one with the small ones. I use the thinner string, although let's see if these will work on the big one too. I know these green ones should. These ones have a large hole. Yeah, oh yeah, these work on the single. So let's put two of those on this one. Why not? I'm all about experimenting and seeing what looks good. I don't know until I try it. And then I split off from there. I can do maybe some of these green ones, lighter green. I have some beads that match it right here. Similar. It's a little bit lighter, but similar. So I think I got the right thing going today, because I want to make each one unique, and the rest of them are all kind of shiny, and I want to make some kind of dull one, and more natural. And so doing the wood beads, I think, is where it's going to be on this one. And then I have smaller wood beads like these. So I think I'm going to cut these ones apart. Either those ones, or this one, or this one cut apart. These are lanyards that I bought pre-made, So then all I have to do is cut the ends of these off, repurpose the beads and whatever I want to make, and then use these lanyards for the business, because they're also pre-packaged. But I'm not doing that with this first batch. It depends on how well they sell. If they decide to sell better, of course I'm going to come back with better quality. I don't want to do the best quality ones up front because I just don't know how well it's going to go. Now these ones are just kind of smaller anyway. These are smaller. They come with a key chain and this little tassel thing. But I think I already have some wood beads. Let me go to that tub. Wait, I think it's down here actually. Oh, there goes my nose string. I did my sinus rinse this morning and I just bent over too much and dripped some of it out. Yeah, I'm still in my pajama pants. Don't judge me. So, let's see here. I have so many more containers now. It's ridiculous. Oh, that's my random bead one. That's where that lid went. I was wondering where that lid went. This is my random bead thing. There's another one. And then the other one has the wood beads in it, and it is inside the house. This is the lid to it. Alright. Well, looks like I'll be right back, guys. Alright, you guys, this is ridiculous. Let me show you. This was my first set of wood beads, and I had this different case. So I have it all red on top, green in the upper, and then the bottom I have these like really large, like different types of wood beads. So I was like, alright, well, that's all my wood beads, cool. Well, then the Dollar Tree started selling some beads, and then my friend bought me a whole bunch of them, and this is them. But the containers are actually very full. I could actually do to buy some more, but I haven't used them at all, so I just haven't found a purpose to use them. But now that I have these, I have all of these. These big beads, wood beads, these are all wood, guys. So I have this one, this one, this one. These are all colored wood beads. And then I started just regular wood beads that are not painted. And now have all of these lanyards to cut apart. And I guess add to this. So I'm going to have to find a better container and a better way to organize my wood beads now that I have such a large selection of them. I guess now is as good a time as any to really start cutting them apart. I can put the lanyards in here, those parts, because I kind of want accessibility to these wood beads before I continue my lanyard project. I want to use wood beads in this one. And you know what? I'm just not satisfied until everything's organized. It's my part of being OCD, ADHD, I guess. I don't know. I think I do have OCD characteristics because I do think my mom is OCD, but I'm not quite positive. But I do know somebody that is positively diagnosed with OCD, and I want to share some of those characteristics, but not all of them. So I don't know. I've never really looked into that very much, and I do need to support my other friend and look into what PANDAS is. It's something that I don't know enough about, and you know, I've been not necessarily pretending that I know anything about it, but I've been like, come on, just trust the doctor, and I think this is your only shot at getting what you need. Poor girl, poor lady, she's not a girl, poor lady, she's got crap insurance, and she's very limited in what she can do. She's so complicated and such a rare case that I feel terrible. I wish there was something more I could do besides just try to be supportive of her. I've had to kind of just shut off my social media for a day. I had some people reach out and respond because I also wrote a Facebook post on my page about how I'm struggling right now with the VA and what I'm dealing with. It's just difficult, guys. It's difficult to want to communicate when you're just like, you're trying your best to slowly process the information yourself so then you can effectively communicate. I guess I understand how Tammy means when she says she's nonverbal. I just have days where I just shut down. I'm just too exhausted. It's just too much to try and process and understand. There's so much to being such a complicated patient like us. And knowing what our triggers are and having complex PTSD thrown on top of it, it really messes up the process of getting diagnosed. I don't know if I ruined my relationship with my other doctor now. I kind of ruined my relationship with my primary, with my Medicare. Last I talked to him, and then I missed my appointment. That doesn't look good. And so, moving forward, I made an appointment with him, but that's not until like way later this month. So I'm kind of on edge up until that point because I don't know what he thinks of me because of how I left off with him. And that is one thing that I really, really try to fix or take care of. How I've always been my entire life is just always leaving on a good note, because you never know if you're ever going to see that person ever again for whatever reason. So I always, even at the end of a friendship break, not necessarily breakups, I've been a real wedge in the way breakups with people. My PTSD is just stronger than what I can handle with having been on the spectrum. It's too much for one to handle. It really is. It's a lot. And for the loved ones that have to be around their loved ones that are going through these PTSD psychoses and problems, like, it's almost like I've blacked out. I know what I did, but like, I shut down. I shut down everything, so I don't remember it, because it's just too overwhelming to process all at once, because you're just let down so much and so many times. But it's obviously something I still need to talk about, because I'm starting to tear up again. It's just so hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with these strong emotions with emotional dysregulation. You're like, I'm so confused. I need to learn how to identify my emotions and then figure out what led to those emotions, and what are the emotions that I'm feeling. Stop trying to dissociate and cope with it. Learn from the experience. But my brain is just shutting down because it's just like, it's too much. It's too much at one time. And that's why I've always tried to slow down my medical care journey and be like, let's just deal with one thing at a time. But I needed to get my medications covered, because the financial part of it, it's been hard to prioritize. And then prioritizing only gets me more frustrated, because I just don't get anywhere. I might have just ruined my relationship with my brand new primary, with the VA too, with my nasty MyChart message. I'm too embarrassed to go back and look at it. I'm nervous. I don't know. I did make a threat, I think, at one point, and then I deleted it and went back and was like, okay, no, don't threaten them. That's not going to get you anywhere. But I was so distraught. I don't know. I don't have the best of coping, that is for sure. I don't have the best of coping behaviors. And I have established with a therapist, but I'm not ready to talk to her about stuff. I don't feel comfortable with her. And I only met her one time, and I just don't feel comfortable with her. So I guess I need to call and try and reestablish with somebody else. Screw trying to get diagnosed with the ADHD a certain type. That's what she offered to do for me, which I've been wanting to do for so long. So it's been a long-term goal of mine to figure out what type of ADHD I have. I have, I think, an attentive type, but I don't even know what all the types are because I'm not up to date on all that stuff. But I would love to know what type it is. But at the same time, I want to fire her and get established with somebody else so I can get help talking about this stuff now. It really helped talking with my veteran friend, Kristen. So if you end up watching this video, thank you very much, Kristen, for talking to me about this recently, as you've been dealing with so much of your own. But she's been one of my role models, one of the only female role models that, as a veteran, that I feel comfortable enough to talk to without feeling judged, because some of my other ones have judged me quite severely. Not by their own, I mean, I can't blame them, because of the way I reacted at times. So I can't blame them so much. It's some of my behaviors. I'm trying to maintain and, reestablish friendships with other veterans. I talked to a guy veteran friend of mine that used to live with me at one point. He can't relate on any of it, to any level though. So, but it did help to talk to a veteran. But talking with Kristen was the most beneficial, I have to say. Right now, is I'm in the coping behavior process of, okay, I did my day of gaming and laying in bed, just trying to ignore everything. Now I'm willing to start processing my emotions because I needed a day. I needed a day just to shut down and not be around any stimulus. I was shut down. I just needed to not have anything to interrupt my downtime. And it's sad because my nephew left today, and we were supposed to do this forge thing last night, and we tried our best to find the location and the information that we learned from this one guy. But we got the information wrong, and we didn't write it down, and our ADHD just, I don't know, we should have wrote more information down. But he memorized one thing, code electric, and I was like, I don't know what that is, Ethan. But he kept saying it, but until we got to the location after my dad drove us there, I saw it, and I'm like, that's what it is. Okay, I get it now. Gosh, it was bothering me all night, because I was like, I don't know what that is, Ethan. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I didn't know how to, I was in shutdown mode. I couldn't think yesterday. I took my anxiety meds too, and, I just needed a day not to process everything. I need time to, let it out little by little, because I let it build up too much at once. But I didn't let it build up because it was it just happened all at once. So that's just the way life has gone for me. Usually, when it rains, it pours. Usually it's just one thing right after another, and you're like, oh my gosh, can I get a break here, please? Why are you teaching me this lesson so hard right now? Is it because I'm stubborn? Am I just not seeing it? What is it? What do I need to learn right now? As I'm trying to tell my friend to trust the provider, maybe I just need to trust the VA. Trust the VA that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I've been trying. I really have. I've been trying. And they're trying to give my friend medication that I think will benefit her, but also I understand her trigger. It's just I can't process her information stuff right now. I have to have my boundaries up. Tammy and I have established boundaries, and we are wanting a healthy friendship moving forward. Because I've seen what it's like to continue with toxic relationships, and the wrong thing can be said quite easily when people are triggered and not being really. Your logic brain is shut off when you're triggered, and the trigger can last for a long time until you process everything. And until you process it, you're going to be in this perpetual state of not clarity. You're not going to be able to see and understand or be cognizant of how how you are in the world. Like I said, it's almost like you black out. I didn't black out. I remember what I've done. It's just like, it's just so painful that I just don't want to think about too much all at once. I knew this was going to take some time to do this. I should be actually sitting back, not sitting forward. Correcting my posture is the hardest thing to remember to do. I need to sit back so my middle back, upper thoracic will not hurt. Doing things out in front of me really hurts me. So I need to have things closer to my body so gravity is not pushing down on things out in front of me. Like with your arm out in front of you, you have so much pull of gravity. I took physics. I can't do those calculations. Like, I can't even begin to tell you, but like, gravity's pull on the body is a lot. And that is why, for people like me, water aerobics is or water therapy PT is like the best person with EDS. Like, starting there just to learn how to engage the muscles you're supposed to engage. Like, that's another sore subject. Like, I wish I had physical therapy, but now I have the information. I need to write this in my book. I need to go get my book so I don't forget. Okay, the things I need to talk to my VA doctor about. Let me start writing this list down, because I need to stay organized when I'm in this triggered state like this. I need to write it down. And this is tomorrow's appointment, Friday, September 13th. Friday the 13th, that's right. 13 is actually my lucky number, one of my lucky numbers. So I also loved Friday the 13th movies growing up, and that's why I'm doing a horror classic theme of tattoos on my leg. I'm trying to do a leg sleeve of horror movie, classic, cult, some modern, but modern will be some of the last ones I do. I want to do the cult classics first. So anyways, tomorrow I'm going to a pirate show, and I need to get into my Halloween stuff and try and find my things that could maybe look like a pirate. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no money, and I have to pay my friend $30. So I do need to get a hold of my Portland friend. Focus me. Squirrel brain. So, appointment with Ada. Referral for promotion physical therapy. I need to write down the address. Info. Okay, so then there's that. Next, I need number 1. Number 2, I need referral for mind, body, wellness. Address, info, reason. liaison, management, and therapy. I'm going to reestablish with a different provider under my VA insurance. So that's how I'm going to do it. That is a solution. Okay, number 3. Referral for neurosurgery with Petra Kling. All right. Address, info, fax. Okay. Boom. Those are the 3 things I'm going to talk about with my doctor tomorrow at 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m. right before I'm getting ready to go to my pirate show. So pray for me, guys, tonight. Pray that I get some good sleep. Pray for me that I can get through my appointment, because I wrote my information down. I gave the same advice to my friend that I went with her to the appointment for. I wish that my friend could be with me for my appointment. If I didn't have my thing going on Friday night, I would drive up to Portland and have her be on the phone with me talking to my VA doctor, so she could be the support for me that I was for her. I'm just a little overwhelmed with everything going on with her, and as I'm dealing with a lot of my stuff. I just want her to ponder things. I'm not ending our friendship by any means. I'm not mad at her. I hope she doesn't think that, and she probably does. She probably thinks I'm mad at her because I haven't responded to anything that she has sent me over the last day, and that's not the case. I'm not mad at her. It's just I have my own feelings I need to process and deal with and do what I need to do to move forward with my own problems. Once I can help myself, I can help her. But right now, in the meantime, I have to help myself. And that's what I'm doing. And by doing this video, therapying myself, because I refuse to see that other therapist. What Petra Kling needs. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to get my information. So I need to write a separate list. I also need to call the patient advocates, VA, patient advocates. To help cover my butt when I go to talk to my primary tomorrow. Trina neurosurgery. I need to get on my computer and write down all of these people's extensions and names. Write down my authorization dates when I get them, my new letters, so I can stay on top of them. With the VA, I'm a very, very organized patient because I have to be. I have to have all the numbers written down. And what is so amazing, so amazing, guys, the reason I love my community care team members at the VA, as much as I'm freaking pissed off as a mother trucker, it's not the community care people that I'm pissed off at. There's different sections within the VA that just do not work efficiently. And they need to fix these issues, and I want to make these complaints, and I want to be very loud about these complaints, because how is anything ever going to change if you don't get loud and obnoxious about it? You have to stand up for yourself, and you have to advocate, and you have to, maybe not advocate to the point where you're almost threatening your doctor with not like lawsuits or like with like anything like that, or like any kind of violence or anything. Not that kind of threatening, but threatening like, I'll just have to go somewhere else, or it was just a stupid, silly, idle threat. But I honestly changed it and didn't write it and fill it out. I'll go back and look at what I wrote so I know how to prepare for apology. I have to write out an apology to my doctor. I have plenty of time to do that for my primary care provider. I've been seeing him for a while. Sierra team is my primary care team. Yeah, for whatever reason, the VA works in teams. I don't even remember what team I was part of last time, but they have section, like each doctor is assigned a team, and their team is a combination of people that submit the referrals and write that up, ones that do the transcribing during the appointment, the nurses, there's a main head nurse, then there's like a nurse or two below them. Like, they're actually really, really structured. But for having such structure, you would think that the communication would get better, but it's just not. The communication was supposed to get better when they changed the VA system. I'm sitting forward again. I need to sit back. These are hard things to remember, guys. This is what it's like to have such an unstable body, and you have to be cognizant of how you're sitting and standing and even talking sometimes. Oops, I was looking at the wrong one. I'm getting close to almost done with doing all these lanyards. I can't wait to have a better container to put these in, though. Because I'm going to need a bigger container now. There I go, blowing money again. But I finally feel happy that I have the containers that I have to store all my beading stuff. It's taken quite a variety of different sizes to figure out what kind work for what kind of beading and different things I use. Like the tubs are great for holding one thing. The smaller containers that have 3, 6, 9, 12 compartments are great for smaller things. Like, I like to have it organized to the point where like the size of the containers dictate kind of what kind of beads are inside of them. Like these types of containers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 containers. The 8 container ones, and I got these from, I can only get these specifically from Joann's. These are perfect for alphabet beads. The way that they're deep and they're large. I don't need to separate my alphabet. I mean, it takes some time to dig out the letters I need to find, but, I don't want to spend the money on containers to separate alphabet. I would much rather have a variety of alphabet beads in abundance. I'm kind of low on the black with the white. So if anybody wants to give me some black with white letter beads, I wouldn't be opposed. I got plenty of these big black ones of multicolors. The smaller ones, I don't have as many of. The smaller ones, I don't have so many of. These ones are kind of like see-through, multicolored. And then these ones down here are silver cubes. I don't have any gold cubes. I'm kind of limited in my silver and gold. I have all of these. I combined different packs, and some of these are actually not the same shade of green as the others. And so it's kind of hard to find like certain letters in the same type of beading. But so I like these containers for my alphabet. I like these. Well, these are by far my favorite. These are the I think the 18, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, these are the 18 compartment beads. Almost the majority of all my pony beads are in these. Until I started getting some randos. And so my randos are like these. I found these at Dollar Tree. And these are polymer clay. I cannot find them anywhere besides now Hobby Lobby, and I am the lowest in black. I am so not trying not to use black until I find a place to replace them. But they're small, and these are the best freaking spacers. I love these spacers. They're like the coolest spacers I have found. And I don't usually use spacers in between any of my beads, but I've been finding that I like these spacers, and I like these in particular. So this is all my white. This is the middle container is my little limited of black, light gray, and dark gray. I don't know. I like to keep those kind of colors put together because, it's easier to find no matter what kind of black beads they are or white beads, because I have various types. I just like to keep the black and white together because those are pretty neutral, and I can take one of those cases anywhere, and it'd be useful. Because I do like to bead on the go in the backseat of the car when I'm riding with my parents places. And then so here was one of my very first, like, this is my first toolbox I got for all my tools, and it definitely does not fit all my tools anymore. I had to get a bigger container for my tools. And these are like all my different kinds of pliers and wire cutters and crimpers. I'm still in need of one or two different more kinds. Then I got my scissors, and these I use for cutting all my strings. It's just the best. Funny enough, I got this. This is and I got the idea at one of the craft stores. They had like a little metal thing that was kind of like this, but very small. It reminded me of my spoon because it was like indented, curved more up. It was more like a V. It was more like a V, and it was like a very, like, it was only this long, and it was a V shape, and it was just so you can dig through your beads and try and find. I'm like, you know what? I have something that's similar. This will work, and I use this all the time to scoop through my beads and try and find the right letters, or mostly letters. I use this for letters. And then I got my tweezer, and then I got my grinding tool. I need another one of these. I actually bent the tip of this one already, trying to use it for stuff I shouldn't have. So I need to get a couple different sizes of these reamers. They're called bead reamers, I believe. And I have two pair of these wonderful. These came with a kit. You know what? I'm going to have to message Ephraim. He's in part of my Ray family, the Cheese Sluts. I need to message him and let him know. Get a kit that gives you some of these supplies, because it is the most helpful and cheapest way to go about getting started. People are starting to call me like the goddess in the freaking chat about the beading, candy crafting. Like, I'm the goddess of all creativity. And it makes me feel good. But people are so much more craftier in the major group. If any of those people are in that group, and I don't think they are, like, those people, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to, like, I'm humble, I recognize that there's a lot of things that I don't do that so many other people do, but that's the joy of me, as my stuff is unique and different than anybody else's, and I like that. But anyway, so this toolbox now holds some extra little, so these I usually take these two on the go. These are the original scissors that came in one of my kits. I got these beading needles, and I never quite figured out how these work very well, and they just I don't know. I've tried them, and I don't know how to work them. These are my specialty crimp things. They look so fancy. This is a project I started to try and make a choker, but I made it too short, and I need to add on to it, and I actually messed up in one spot. And so I keep looking at it, like saying one day I'll go back and fix it, or I'll just leave it as is and leave the imperfection. Even though I know about it, maybe I'll just give it away and just, like, I can't handle it with my OCD or whatever it is. And so in here is where I keep all my different glues. I have two different, this is what they recommend the most, 600 and E600 Plus. These are like the glue of all glues for crafters. Like, this is what is recommended time and time again in my group. And so I have that. And since I started working with material a little bit, and I'm not going to go that far into getting into material, it's too complicated. It's hard enough coming up with ideas for my totem with my friend Hope. I love you, Hope, if you watch this video. So I have these. I have this Gorilla Glue as well. And so I have this super fabric adhesive, and then I have liquid stitch. And then my favorite glue that I've used for bracelets and I've used for some of my necklaces is this fabric tack. I like it because it's flexible, and I like the tip that it comes out of. I don't know if it's really the most effective. I feel like the E6000 is probably the way to go when it comes to making sure that none of the stuff comes untied. But I feel like any adhesive would work as long as this just doesn't peel off, this is more like rubbery to kind of be able, it does peel off if you know, but it bonds fabrics, lace, glass, leather, wood, trims. Premium glue grabs fast, dries clear, acid-free, and washable. So it is also highly flammable liquid and vapor. So use your protection, guys. And then I got these. And I have barely found, so the only use I've found for these so far is being able to get the string in between here and kind of spread it apart so I can get the glue on the knot. But I'm so scared of stretching it so much until it breaks, because I have stretched my string until it broke before. And then down here, oh, I didn't give my nephew his little thing back. Oh man. Anyway, he had this little teeny USB drill, and then I also have a Dremel that I got from my dog. But I think I'm going to put the Dremel inside my other toolbox and not my crafting one. And I don't think I'll use this for anything here. I have lots of flashlights. I have this also. I also have this precision pin vise, and so it came with all of these little teeny drill bits, and I have this little teeny screwdriver that works great, so I can drill into anything. So hopefully I can drill a hole in my little cheese wedges, so we'll see how that works out here pretty soon. So this is what I keep in my little tool thing, all these little teeny clips to try and, you know, clip things together. I'm going to put this big one in my freaking toolbox. And then I have all these other random tools. I don't know, I haven't really used them for anything yet, but I thought, you know, maybe at one point I might need them. So I don't know, guys. I have a lot of these little teeny LED flashlights all over the place. And then I love my headlamp. Because sometimes I just can't see very well. So yeah, I have all these little tools with, like, this is sharp, this is some sharp, this has a little ball on the tip, and then this is just a side poker. I don't know what they're used for. And they have like little scraper things on the end, I guess. I don't know. But I figure I might need them at some point for something. And then this, I was looking for trying to do perlers. But I don't know anything about doing the fused beads perlers yet, so that's just, you know, not here nor there. Okay, you can close. You can do it. This thing is so cheap. It's so hard to keep closed. So, alright. Then, this is my rando box at the moment because this is the stuff that I started for the dispensary stuff. So I keep that handy because I wanted to use some of those. But then I have these 32 compartments. I have started racking up the money. I'm buying the 32 compartment ones. because I have such a variety now. The 18 compartment just isn't cutting it. Like right here, I barely had enough spaces to get all of the colors. These are all those polymer clay. These are all polymer clay spacers. I finally found them all, almost all these colors in Hobby Lobby. And I bought the crap out of them because I'm like, these are my favorite spacers. I don't care what anybody says. I tried to find them online, and look what happened to me when I tried online. I saw that they were silicone, but no, I'm not going to answer you. I thought these were silicone just because of the shape. Or I thought, you know, maybe they're the same size. Well, no. These are quite large compared to these. Yeah, these things are large, silicone, and they aren't very good for spacers because they're like spaceship round, but I don't know what to use them on. They're gonna have to be on some kind of, I don't know, I'll find the right use for them. And then I have a whole other, silicone is like the thing now. Silicone is like, I don't know, it's like the newest kind of beads. Why do you keep calling phone numbers? Stop it. So I have all these silicone balls. I found these ones, the striped ones. These ones were all at Dollar Tree, and I still see them to Dollar Tree this day. But all these other ones I found in a pack at Michael's. And I'm like, holy cow, those are freaking cool looking. They come in different shapes. And they come in different size balls. So I was like, hell yeah. I want some more silicone to go with the other silicone beads that I have. So, yeah. And then some of these silicone ones I ordered online. And these ones, some of these glow in the dark. So those were cool. Then I went to the Dollar Tree. I gotta put some of the stack back, guys. This is funny. Funny I'm showing you all my collection. I didn't know this is where I was going to end up today with my video. No idea. This is a long crafting corner chat. So this is for you crafties and disabled people that, you know, this is art therapy. Like, this really is therapeutic for me to talk about my special interest, to share my knowledge of what I've learned so far, the tools it takes to do what I do. So this is how I make my projects, guys. And so here's this 32 compartment one. Funny. So this one has like, the very top row is like, these are all bought from Dollar Tree. I thought they looked, I don't know what that is. Hold on. It was Stormy's bark box. She's so excited to open it. Holy cow. Yeah. So let me get these back in my toolbox. Look at this scraper, guys. This is going to really help me scrape off all the old caulking off the roof of my trailer that I need to repair. I'm going to have to watch some YouTube videos about how to fix my roof. I really need to caulk it right. And this stuff was freaking hard as hell to work with. Holy crap. This is not like regular caulking. This stuff sucks. It really sucks. I don't know if I need to switch brands or what I need to do, but I need some better crap because that does not work. So anyways, onwards. So yeah, these Dollar Tree ones, I can no longer find only certain colors of these. I'm I don't like the metallic ones because from after wearing some of mine after so long, the metallic wears off to just silver underneath. So I'm not a big fan of the metallic beads anymore, especially the cheapo brands. But I really do like the size of these other ones because they're like the perfect in between when I'm not wanting something really bulky and like kind of like this. This is kind of bulky to me. Like these are big. These are big bracelets because these are the regular size pony beads. But I also have some like big balls on it, and like these ones have big circles on it. And these are some black and white wood beads for my Zebra Strong one. I need to redo this one a lot. It's starting to be stretched out too much in one spot. So that's what I wear on that one. And this one are all the first beads that I made, and my Soulstone one. These are just my favorite ones to wear. Like no matter what color I'm wearing, an outfit for the day, they're my favorite ones. I finally got my mom out of bed. It's about 12:30, almost 1 o'clock. She didn't get very good sleep last night. She wants to come out here and do some breaking down a cardboard. So I told her, let me finish wrapping up my video. It is past the hour mark, and I don't like making the hour mark. I like to do my half-hour videos, the dash cam ones. But, you know, I just had a lot to, had a lot of feelings to feel today. And, you know, now that I'm feeling my feelings, I'm able to use my logic part of my brain, and I'm now able to access, you know, what I can do to help continue helping myself moving forward with my appointments, with my doctors, write an apology letter for the way I acted out. It's just a part of my PTSD outbursts. It's just these doctors have to learn how to deal with PTSD. They really need to learn how to get certified PTSD, and I wish, you know, that's one of my long-term goals with some of this is advocacy for bringing awareness to doctors, and all doctors need to have PTSD training and how to recognize a PTSD trigger in a patient instead of just throwing SSRIs at them because they're acting you know, all these other symptoms that sound like so many other mental health deficiencies. I don't know what to call them. Mental health issues like I've got. I think it should be mandatory in the government for them to all learn how to recognize PTSD and how to navigate somebody within a PTSD trigger so they don't make their situation worse. Basically, learning how to be a police negotiator. Doctors need to learn how to have the skills to navigate a PTSD, complex PTSD patient that is in the middle of a freaking meltdown. That's why you see these veterans going into these places with guns and becoming violent and threatening because they are not being heard. Our patient advocates are not doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. The patient advocate's job is there's nothing that they can do. BS there is, but they're just unwilling to do it and put their job at risk because they don't want to put their job at risk. They like to get paid by the government, who doesn't, because the federal government is stability, job security, and job stability. It's easy or it's hard to get in, but once you're in, you're in. And you're part of the good old boy club, and you look after each other. But when you start to not look after each other and you start whistleblowing, that's when things go sideways. And so there's training after training after training, but are any of them getting training to help benefit the patients? No, they're getting training on how to navigate the PR that they're going to be receiving for the BS that they're putting veterans through most of the time, or how their job is not being efficient enough, or whatever. I don't know. I would love to be part of some of these VA meetings to see what they say and see how they go. I would love to be a part of it, and I would so love to be a whistleblower. I only have hearsay. I only have hearsay from the people that work in community care and about what some of the meetings have been about, and learning that to form their own opinions about what's going on politically within the VA hospitals and the medical system, and how it's really not helping the patients. And it's so disheartening that some of them just don't have the heart to stay in it, but some of them just have that strong-minded, thick skin that they can tolerate and watch it happen as it happens, and then just grin and bear it and just try to be there for the veterans. And that's where my community care team is at. They are amazing. With the Salem Portland VA, there's no way in heck that you can get a hold of the person that writes up the pre-authorization paperwork. It's always somebody different working the case, because there's so many veterans and there's so many people that work in that department, but they usually only put one name down, and it's hard to get a hold of that person because you get put to a call center, and then that call center transfers you to a voicemail, and you leave a voicemail and you don't know how to call back and also keep that person accountable for their job of doing that authorization. There's no accountability there. But for whatever reason, my VA, they're all about accountability, and they're all about helping the veteran, and they give their name and their extension and how to reach them, and then they work those specific cases. They have it broken down into one person that works each specialty. Sometimes there might be two, but usually it's just one, because of the size of the VA, the veteran community, and the eastern side of Washington, Oregon is really rural, more conservative, and it is only the main hospital is only 9 miles away from Oregon. Oregon is such a liberal state, not so much on the eastern side, they're more conservative. Same with Washington. Washington's considered a conservative state, but for whatever reason, they run things in a little bit smoother of a way than Oregon does, because I'm able to talk to the person that assigns me the authorization number that works my case. I can talk to that person directly. It's pretty nice. They get to know me by name, especially since I have to see that specialist for 1, 2, 3, many years. So they just have to keep working with me, and we build a relationship, and then I hear about some of the stuff that goes on within the walls of the VA, and it's like, I wish you didn't give me this powers, because they can't speak up to the press about it, and they can neither confirm nor deny, but I know a lot about what happens behind the scenes. And my friend on the East Coast, who ex-VA hospital worker but still works in hospital care or medical care, she is amazing, and she's suing the VA. Hopefully it goes through. So this is just all the same type of lanyard. So I got 2 of those separated. Now I've only got 2 of these types of lanyards and 3 of these types. So I think I'll work on these ones next. Well, these ones have a lot more colors. Maybe I'll work on this one. These ones have less colors and sizes, because I need to make sure I have a compartment to put them all in. Alrighty, cut that one off. Alright, we'll put those there. They're the same size. All of these are different size. Different color, go over here. Same color, I'll go there. Why do I keep leaning forward? Darn it. Lean back. Lean back. Whoever does that wraps on. Lean back. So hopefully everything works out. I am really just rambling at this point, just as I finish up doing my dissection of lanyards so I can make new ones. I absolutely love recreating from my own brain, my own design. This part's going a lot faster because there's a lot less difference in beads. Yay, all these you can go in there. Boom. Those three are going to take barely any time at all to do. My back is already hurting. I told my mom I'd help her make some apple butter for my cousin today. When really I'm stingy and I really just want to make applesauce for myself because I already ate all my applesauce and apple or pear butter or pear sauce. Apple pear sauce. I already ate all my apple pear sauce. I had 12 pints of it and I gave 2 to my nephew, so I ate 10. So I'm going to need to figure out where to go get some free apples, and there's a place, according to a Facebook group, witches. Yeah, I'm not really any denominational. I'm not really religious, but I do pray to God, and, you know, I believe there can be more than one God as well, like the God of Earth, and, you know, I just have very many, I think anything is possible, but I'm not going to discount anybody. Stupid phone calls. They're all spam risks and phone numbers I don't recognize. I'm not going to answer those. If it's important and a business that's reputable, they will leave a message. And if they are not, then they will not leave a message, and then I will know to not answer them. Maybe I'll just report to block them, because I do have the same number that keeps calling. It's something about some VFW, and I don't know if it's somebody that I should be answering the phone for or not, because I don't know if it's VFW wanting money from me for helping other veterans, but I'm a veteran that needs help myself. I actually do need to go down to the food bank and try and get some more free food. You know, we're just, I have $7 in my account till my Social Security hits, whenever that hits. So sad. I hate being this broke. Let's just hope nothing else goes through. Like I need like $10 subscription of sorts. I still need to create my website, and then maybe I can cancel that freaking software. Wow, this is a lot of wooden beads of various shapes, or various sizes of balls. Balls. I like balls. Alright, well, so this is one of my longest videos, especially with my Crafting Corner chat. Thank you all for joining me. I am going to get off my soapbox here. I don't know if I'm going to be making any more lanyards today, now that I obligated myself to my mom. And she's not in the best of mood. She's like trying to decide, yeah, I'll help you redo your roof, because I brought up, I'm like, I still need to redo the entire roof of my trailer. And she's like, we can knock it out in 2 days. I'm like, I seriously doubt it, but if Alan came, we probably could knock it out in 2 days. Well, there's no way that he would make it up here. My Uncle Alan is so stressed out, and he's dealing with all his own stuff with his own remodel of his house, and it's a nightmare for him right now. That's my mom and dad keep going down there to try and help out. I wish I had the energy to go help out, because if I did go down there and help out, I would love to take my trailer down there and have him help me out down there, but I don't know. I'm just going to have to enlist the help of a different male friend. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I just need to know. I need to know somebody that knows enough about trailers and like roofs and stuff, and like fixing things that go wrong with them. And I know my Uncle Rod would know how, but I don't like him. I don't really want to talk to him, but his expertise might be needed, because he used to buy trailers, restore them, and then sell them. So I have other family. It's just, I would rather see my Uncle Alan. He's my favorite. I miss him, and I'd love to go down there. I would love to go down there and help him. You know, I have gone down my heart to help him a whole bunch with other house projects and stuff and things, and had coffee in his house, and but I just don't have it in me right now. I have so much going on with doctor appointments and fighting the VA. I have to limit my social interaction. I just can't. I can't be social all the time. All these cool lanyards. Okay, and I have 2 more to take apart. And I feel so glad I took care of this today, because this has been lingering for a bit some time. And now I have all these other lanyards to make better products in the future. But I need to do a quick video of Stormy opening up her bark box and posting that as well. So while I'm posting this, I'm going to be recording a Stormy video of her unboxing of her bark box. 2 more lanyards to go to take apart. So proud of myself. Look at all these beads I took apart already. Like, this thing was empty. This has a lot of beads in it already, and it's full of the 3 types, so I don't have room for these beads to go in there. I honestly almost need like an 8 compartment like this for all my wood beads that are like this. And this. But I don't quite have 8. But I do have room in this container. I could probably cut and put these beads separated into that. So I guess let's do that. All those wood beads. And to show off, this is one of my very last things that I bought. I bought this 18 compartment one because I had like 500 or 1,000 of these glow in the dark shapes, and each one there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, and they each have round circles, the little tiny, where'd it go? I lost it. Where did it go? I know it fell away. What's that F? I don't see it. Okay. Then it's got these tiny barrel ones, pony beads that are small. Little hearts. Little oblong pieces. And then they each have a star. So there's 5 different shapes and 6 different colors of all these beads. So I had to get an 18 compartment, but there wasn't any like great way to organize it. I just did the best that I could with my organization skills. So those are like kind of cheapo ones that don't fit with like the regular size pony beads, so they had to have their own compartment all together because none of them fit like any of the other type. Like how they're organized, like these ones are all frosted beads. They like kind of have like a frost over the top of them. So I have all of these in one container. It's hard to see with the lighting, but they're frosted. Like this has like a white, you really can't see it in this lighting. Yeah, you can't see. But yeah, they're frosted looking over the top of them. So each one is completely different. This one was organized by, these ones in the middle are UV reactive, glow in the dark, and regular this color during the day. But they're all different colors according to what you have them under. I do have the dice beads in there just because I didn't have any other container to put them in. And then I also have these like tie-dye swirl looking ones down here. Maybe it's better to see it on the side. You can see the swirls. And so I like to line them up rainbow. I barely have any red because where I ordered them from, they came in pink, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange. But then another store sells them in red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. So I have to go to the place that sells them with the red to get some more red ones. But it's a ripoff with the package at how much the price they sell them for. And that's at Joann's, I believe, or Crashware. I mix them up because I went to all of them all in one day all the time. So yeah. So that is how I go about organizing them. I try to stick to the same type of bead and the same type of container, so it kind of makes sense. But when they don't have a container, I kind of have to make do and put them somewhere else until I can find a container that would fit the type of beads that they are. So we'll get these last two lanyards cut apart. These beads do fit in this other one. Oh, and the silver matched too, so I got, or the silver or the gold. So I guess I'll put that there. I hate how small these seed beads are. Seed beads are like this teeny, and they're so difficult to work with. I have a small container full of them. I'm just going to shove those over there on the mat. And then I have these long wooden ones. Oh, why do I have a knot there? That's silly. Come on. These scissors are starting to lose their cutting ability too. They're not as sharp as they were. I almost bought a sharpening stone as well, and I did not do that the other day. And I went out of that Ace Hardware buying spray paint. I spent $60 on spray paint. I should not have spent that much money. But I really wanted to paint my freaking beading table. Want versus need. And I shouldn't have spent that much. I would have had money for everything else if I hadn't. But no regrets. Don't go back. I enjoy my beading table. I love that I have paint for other projects for in the future, because I will be using paint again. It won't be my last time, so you know, I'm just gonna go with the flow. You know, I did what I did, and I love my table. This is really killing my back. I don't think I'm gonna get much beading done today, honestly, no, because it's just too much to do. It's all this bending over. I keep leaning forward. My posture is not great. I wish I had a body braid. So yeah, yesterday I would consider myself as being a non-verbal day with as much of stuff that's been going on with me. I can't deal with all the stimulation of everything. I can only do one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. Once I can get through that, then I can move on to the next task. And that is my way of doing routine. I have to just take one day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time, and just go with the flow. I just wish my mom's attitude was a little bit happier. It would really help things go a lot smoother around the house. You know, I wish I had somebody positive to influence my mood each day, like in a positive way, like, good morning, you know, without being, you know, sarcastic about it kind of stuff. My mom's not feeling great, you know, so a lot of the times, you know, my dad, my mom, and I, all of us wake up in a bad mood because we're all hurt, we're all not, you know, but whatever it is, my mom just pushes through. She pushes through, and some days it's motivational, and most of the time it's not though, because it's usually things that is on her time, and when she wants them to be done. And my body just doesn't work as good as that. Like we just had a little bit of a thing about like doing my trailer. She thinks we could get it done in 2 days with her helping me. I'm like, yeah, but I really want somebody that kind of knows what they're doing. And I think Alan would be able to best help with that. I don't know for sure, but he's my motivator. He's my guy that helps motivate me to get more done. I don't know. I don't know why my mom doesn't do that for me. I have too much trauma bias about her. I don't know. I don't know. I have something that just makes me just not want to listen to her or cooperate with her as much. And it's the tone, the mentality, the body language. I don't know. It's just too much of my childhood trauma I still have to process, I guess. We'll see. But my mom doesn't want my trailer sitting out front for like a month. I mean, you know, some days I just have it in me to work, and other days I don't. And the days that I don't, she really pushes my buttons and tries to make me do it. And I don't, you know, I can't just push through some days. I just can't. I just can't. And I need her to respect those boundaries, and I think that's what it is. She doesn't respect those boundaries of the days that I can't work on something. And I never know what, you know, and I don't know what it takes to motivate me to get it done. Because some days, no matter what, nothing motivates me to get it done. And I get nothing accomplished. And I'm okay with that, but she isn't. They don't like her time to be wasted and blocking her time out to help somebody when it ends up not happening. And I get that, you know, and that's very reasonable. It's just, I need her to understand my boundaries and to help me, help motivate me and be kind to me the days that I can't, and then maybe just be like, okay, well, let's try and conquer this tomorrow. Or hey, maybe later this evening we can maybe get some of this worked on, you know. Something, just motivating rather than like, we need to do it, we need to do it now. And otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it later. And our time frames are just off. Our bodies work on different times. And that's a lot of it. That's a lot of the problem, the time frame. Like, what time of day I need to do things is not the same time of day that she needs to do things. Some days it aligns, some days it doesn't. And I hope she's in there setting up for apples, even though I'm already kind of shot, and I kind of need to take a nap now and rest because I've been doing too much with this beading in this video. Because my middle back already hurts. And I'm going to push myself extra hard because of her, because I said I would help, even though I'm out of fumes. It's just something I gotta do, regardless. You gotta give a little to get a little with her. Alright, but now everything is set up for my lanyard, so I can work on my lanyard when I am up to it. All of the beads are organized in a nice way. Yay! Oh, I got a blue one in here. Nope, nope, you can't be in there. Nope. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, little teeny wooden beads. Is there a compartment I can make these go into? That is not already taken by something else. Do any of these colors match? No. I do have maybe this one to put them in. I'm gonna get off here, guys. I've got to continue this momentum and go in there and try and help. Thank you all kindly. Pray for me. Hopefully this pain I can get to lessen by relaxing and laying down on my heating pad a little bit, and then I can get back up and help my mom. And we can rock this apple butter out and then make me some applesauce, or find me some, look online all afternoon and find some places to try and get some, I did a heap kind of fruits because it's getting towards the end of the season, and people don't want their stuff to go to waste, so they will gladly share and open to the public a way to pick fruit and such to help them make sure things don't go to waste. And I will check the food bank schedule and see how I can get some help through the food bank to get some more food. I mostly just want the fresh fruits. I can't really do the processed food. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to get this stuff accomplished today and move forward with making my lanyards maybe this evening. And I can go to the dispensary tomorrow during the day and try and sell them, have a meeting with them. I was really hoping to have them done today though and do the meeting today. That would be awesome because I really need the money. I need the money so bad. So badly. Oh, these little teeny beads are going to be the death of me. I wish I had something smaller to put these in. I do have a baggie. Maybe I can put them in a baggie, but now they're in my hand, and now I only have one hand available. Oh, goodness. I need to find a place for these beads. Oh, I think I know where I can put them. I can put them in one of these. Right. I love you all. Keep going. Never give up. You can do this. If I can do this, you guys can too. Peace out.